Alright, today's day going to show you how to make some hoodies. The winner of March gets to pick a hoodie color and what color print. Let's check it out. So I have some colors I picked up for a different project. Pretty orange. No, it's a black. I might have to try that out. That'll be dope. Got some white. So in the end, this is what you're looking for. The lettering's cut out in reverse, so the lettering as far as when it's cut looks like this, and this is the front, but that's because this is what's pressed onto the material, so that's what we're going for in the end. Got some white. You can get this in so many colors. Gray, there's an orange again. If you notice the shiny side versus the matte side's the part you cut on. The shiny side's the film that's left over afterwards. So this is the actual, the shirt goes here, and then it's pressed on. So here's some letters I cut out previously. They call it tweeting. Got some goodies to work with. Some yellow stuff, some orange stuff. Be doing all the above. If you try and go with something that cuts out smooth, but you notice, I mean, I can get some pretty nice details. Super small with this thing. It's works out pretty nice. So, and this is actually the piece you use for the heat press. Every heat press you don't do directly. This is a special material that goes on top of it before you press the shirt. So these were cool hoodies, but they're 100% polyester. That's what I didn't pay attention to those details. So, but I think they'll still heat press fine. Got a cool sheen. And I'm thinking for the orange, I'm going to do something in gray. So I think the gray would be kind of a cool offset. Other option is to go white. A US cutter, nothing special, a couple $100. I used to have a bigger one, a little wider. Didn't end up really utilizing the wideness. So when I needed to replace it, because again it's only a couple $100, not the most high quality, but it does the job. Go to reset, get rid of this vinyl material. Make sure you have a nice place to store all your material. So, gray side up. Pop it down. I ended up working with these rollers really close together. I try and make sure it's not creeping. If it's creeping, you adjust it according to the direction it's creeping. So, as I go up and down, I want to make sure it goes this way. And not bad, not bad. So, you have to do a test cut. So when you do a test cut, you want to make sure that it's going to cut deep enough. I don't think it cut deep enough. So if you notice, I should have been able to get a nice star out of it, and I don't see much detail of any of the cut going a little bit into the plastic. So let's adjust that. It's real simple. There's little razors inside of there. So I loosen it just a little bit. Loosen that one just that much, and then retighten it. You're talking not much at all. Let's see if we get a star out of this. Okay, so we get a star. But what I'm caring about is you see the detail that's cut into the plastic, the next layer. Now you can see the detail. So that's a pretty good cut. It went all the way through the material, not all the way through the next layer, but at least impressed into it. So that's probably good. This program came with the cutter, so you might get something different with your cutter. You need software that can cut with your machine. And I always cut extras. You don't want to have to come up short. Remember, all these are in reverse. You can't tell, they've been what's called mirrored. So when you click these things, So you transform them and you flip it or mirror it. They have to be mirrored or they're going to come out backwards on your shirt. So everything's in reverse. I'm going to do a big Xenex 10. Got some of these little guys that they're a little more delicate, so I cut more of them just in case. I actually flip them different directions, hoping that the razor will cut them as good as possible, one way or the other. In fact, I'm going to flip these ones. So I want to give it a whole new chance to do it right. And hope for the best. Let's see what happens. So that's ready to go. Because I have cut out that little piece, I have to orient this back here further. It's gonna try and cut right there, and that material's not available. But you notice I keep all these close because this is super thick, and I want these to hold the material as flat as possible while it cuts, so I don't have it spaced across. So I'll cut this side, move it over here, and I'll cut this side, because I don't want to waste material either. So I always cut enough for here, and then I'll move it over here and I'll cut it, and I'll get more consistent, better cuts. So let's watch it work. Give it a cut. Cut. And if I don't see it buckling, that's a good thing. So right now it buckles a little bit, but it's pretty clean. I think we're doing good. So I actually decided to do yellow on black. We'll see how this turns out. So this step is how you clean the material. Clear it up so you can work with it. So it's good to have good lighting. I segment all my cuts. At least I try to. So that when I start peeling, I can just like work on the one graphic instead of having some of these, you know, they hang up. This is more important for making stickers than this stuff. But I like to isolate the graphics so that I can just peel the stuff that makes sense to that graphic. And in case I run into an issue and need to try and make it work, hopefully I can do that. Let's do one of these bigger guys. Small ones are super difficult. You have to have a really good razor. There's 60 degree and 45 degree razors, and 65 is better for thick material like this, whereas the 45 is usually just a nice all-around cut. And I forget what I have in there right now. So if you want to pay attention to detail, you switch it for all the materials, all the different stuff you do, so that hopefully you don't waste a bunch of material. Wow, this one's turning out nicely. The non-mirrored side, that's what we get, the goodies. Now you can see why you try and use all the material up. Looks like a lot of material wasted, right? Got some black ones ready. Should work. Let's get this party started. See if we throw a breaker. So every material you use has a specific press and for how long and what temperature. So this is already preset for this material. We're gonna go for a little something on the sleeve. What's nice is the crease, the shirt. Gives me kind of, you know, if it's pressed flat, gives me lines to follow. Two options. I mean, I kind of like this round one, but I think I'm gonna go for this pinched look. Well, let's cut that guy out. Now this material is kind of sticky. It's tacky on the backside. It's how the material stays together. But you try not to pick up a lot of dirt while you're screwing around. You don't want to press a bunch of dirt into your shirts. Okay. So it's gonna go like this. That's about. I'm gonna offset it a little bit this way. And these on the hoodie and that kind of on the front pocket. Because if I have that guy, something like this, offset. It's gonna be tough because I got these zippers, so I have to make sure when I press it that the zipper isn't holding the press up. But I might do something like that. And the hoodie, a little something like this. And the other sleeve, maybe something like this. I'm trying to decide. Alright, so this part's pretty simple. It's hot. Once you got her hot, so we're going to check this one more time. Make sure it's what I want, which is just a little offset. And transfer it over here. I'm going to do it on an angle because it's a super... Gotta make sure the press reaches the whole thing. This covers your material, your clothing and vinyl to protect it. Squish it away, wait for it to beep. So we're gonna get to see if polyester works as good as cotton. Okay, now this material says it can be peeled hot or cold. So, what I'm trying to be careful of and make sure I don't do is heat the material up so much that it alters it. Let's give it a peel, see how we did. Pretty. I like gray and black. Okay. So on the hoodie, I was gonna go with a little accent up here. Or put it on an angle. Oh, tough. I forgot this material. Sometimes you'll preheat stuff. Other times you just press away. We're not preheating, obviously. Okay. So this pocket, I am gonna try and keep the zippers off the plate, and that way I don't press onto them. You know what, this one actually, I should probably split it open. Do something like that. It's gonna have a better chance of getting everything pressed proper. So yes, let's do that. Okay, good stuff, wonderful, marvelous. Give it a little touchy to make it stick. So, because it's the right arm with the X10, that right there, I think, let's do the left hip. Everything else is kind of on the right side, so. Let's see what we can do here. I'm trying to keep all the seams off, get it what I can. I'm gonna put it back just a little bit. Call that awesome right there. And you want to have a lot of shirts ready. When you wait for this thing to heat up the way you do, have lots of stuff ready to work. Alright, that's what we went with. And here. So far so good. I've really been a fan of this material. It's been good to me. Trying to be careful when I'm peeling just in case. Awesome. Little hood accent. And that's why I like making my own stuff, is I can do all this tricky stuff where if you were to ask someone to do it for you, it would cost a bit, and some of it's just not possible. On black, we're going yellow. So same deal. I'm gonna find my seam. You know, give them a once over. Make sure you don't have leftover material sitting around. Otherwise, you're gonna press that in too. I've got junk right there to get rid of. Okay. So the winner contest will get to pick the color of their hoodie and the print. Location too if you want, I don't care, but otherwise you'll just kind of give this. Awesome possum. It's a pretty cool color. Dig it. My old high school colors, black and gold, pretty much. So yeah, just pull it slow. Watch the beauty. Come around. One more. So far, so good, baby. Awesome. And finale. Let's see how we did. I like it. Orange and gray. Thing of beauty. Awesome, awesome. Shooing. So now to save these guys for later, because they're sticky, and they just sit there and stick to each other. Use a little parchment. Separate them. And come back and use them next round. Keep them clean so they're not just collecting dust. See, that's the pains. Everything just sticks. So if you're not going to use them all right then, do this. Now, I keep extra tubes just for it lying around, so boom.